To the class of 2023, let them hear you. In a matter of minutes, you'll become alumni of this great learning institution, Rockwell Charter High School. As Dave so profoundly sang, let them hear you. When you're out and about and somebody asks you, where did you graduate? Proudly say, Rockwell, class of 2023. I still remember my graduation at Jordan High School in 1965. Once a beat digger, always a beat digger. Jordan High School, beat diggers are we, singing for fame and glory. Hail to Jordan High. And then you go into a little dance, but if I tried it here, Daryl would have to come and pry me up off the floor. And then you clap your hands and you go on to the next verse. I still remember this. This is an important part of my life. And I want you students at Rockwell to always remember your experiences at Rockwell. They was choice memories. Keep them in the back of your head for the rest of your life. Now let's think, how did we get here? Oh yeah, you're the guys that was hit with COVID in your 9th and 10th grade years. You was sent home from school. Hooray! Some of you went online. Some of you tried, like me, and some didn't even try. But we're all here. We've worked through the years to catch up. The next year, we had short days. We took it gradually. The next year, a little longer. And this year, nearly a full day all the time. But we did it, so be proud of it. And since you entered the school in 2017, some of you, like Jessica, there's been teachers and parents that have helped you. Your parents have been encouraging you. But education is like a three-legged milk stool. Some of you kids don't know what a three-legged milk stool is. But your grandpa in the corner does, don't you? Yeah, back to me. The representative from the state, she's from Draper, dairy farming country. She knows what a three-legged milk stool is, and we had to use it in education. Your one leg is the students, the next leg is your parents, and the third leg is the faculty and staff sitting next to you. Each one of us had a responsibility. You students had something to do. Your mother was the worry one. Your father just kind of said, oh, don't let me get too involved. And there was Grandma that's, come on, sweetheart, you can make it. And then there was Grandpa in the corner with his eyes shut. But they worked together. But also, there was the faculty, and there was the staff, and the administrators as the third leg. I was reading through a contract the other day, a teacher's contract, and this was in there in that funny little writing that's in the middle. I don't know these terms for this modern stuff, but it says, the teacher shall be creative in helping the student to be productive. Think of that. The teacher should be creative in helping the student. And I think you parents and you students have been blessed to have teachers and staff that have done this. I can remember walking down Mr. Hull's by his classroom when you students was in junior high, and he would bring all these shoe boxes in. And I thought, what in the heck are these shoe boxes? Is he going in the shoe business on the side? But it was for his science classes, teaching them about the ecosystem. Not egos, students, egos. Ecosystem. You remember that? Where you learned about the cycle and how organisms and the earth worked together and recycled. Yeah, I still can remember that. He really made it creative. I can remember walking down Senior Hall, Mr. Mullins. I looked in the door and what did I see? He was making space rockets to go off out of 2-liter space bottles filled with water as they would shoot off. I had a chance to participate one day out in the field to watch this. They went up okay, but you better step aside when they come down because you'll get wet. I can remember going into Holt's class. Oh, during the Depression, she had the students make quilts. She would divide them into 5 or 6, and then they would study the Depression. They would research this, and there were 7 sentences they had to make. She made a beautiful quilt. Also, during the war, she had kids acting as the generals of countries and planning their strategy, what they're going to do to attack the next. It was fun. But to top all this off, for the finals, I walked into Amy Marble's class, and there was a student standing on one foot, acting like a pirate, doing her definition of a word that was for her vocabulary test. Yes, administration, board of directors, both for the school, our school and state. Our teachers used creativity to teach these students, and they was taught well. I look into Grimley's room and I didn't even know what was going on. So I turned around and left. But our students have been creative. The hour is getting short, but I want you to remember one thing, students. When you wake up tomorrow, you're going to be adults. Getting that diploma in your hand, you're going to be an adult. So why not act like it? Please be an adult. There was a president, John F. Kennedy, that says, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Get up in the mirror and look and say, what can I do for my community today? What can I do for my family? What can I do? Get a job. If you got a job, get a better job. But do not quit your first job till you get your second job. Because sometimes jobs fell through. And you can't get that second job for a while. It's better to earn $10 for 6 straight weeks waiting for a job than earning nothing for 6 straight weeks waiting for that $15 job. I'm not a mathematician. Chiz would have to help me out to figure that out. But I'm not a mathematician. Please do not quit your job. Yes, get a better job. Education? Yes, but some of you are not going to get an education. There are plenty of jobs out there that are good. The greaser at my high school, Jordan High, everybody thought was a dummy and was a waste to life and was no good, ended up being a mechanic at the Indianapolis 500 Speedway and makes hundreds of thousands of dollars. So look out, look to your left, look to your right, and go forward and be a good cheer to your community. Now I've gone on quite a bit, but there's one other thing I feel like I need to tell you. Don't ask to live in Grandma's and Grandpa's basement. I know your dad's through with you. I know Grandma will let you. But don't give Grandpa a tizzy effect. You know what a tizzy effect is, students? Well, let me tell you. First of all, you get a twitch in one ear. And then you get a twitch in the other, and then your eyes start to roll, and then all of a sudden your shoulders start to roll while Grandpa's talking to you. While you're talking to Grandpa, excuse me. And the next thing you know, Grandpa has had a stroke. Don't do this to Grandpa. If you're going to live in their house, live upstairs and be a helping hand. Okay, students, I have rambled much, but I want you to know one thing. Go forth and see how you can serve your community. Be helpful, be respected, and above all, be smart. Don't be dumb. Those years are behind you. Thank you, students, for letting me speak to you for a few minutes. I love you. I love this administration. And I love rubbing shoulders with the faculty. This is hard for me because I have a special bond to this group. I have a special bond with this graduating class. Two of my players when I coached basketball as a sophomore coach is graduating. I have no more ball players that playing for Coach Taylor anymore. I'll miss you. These ball players, we was behind 13 points one game to Roland Hall. They're kind of a school with their nose up in the air. You know what I mean? Good school, but they walk around with their nose in the air. Always beat us. We never beat them. And we was down 11 or 13 points with nearly 2 minutes left. And I pretty near had a tizzy fit myself talking to these players. And these two twins put their arms around me and says, "We got this, Coach. We got this." How in the hell have we got this? Being down 13 points with less than 2 minutes to go, I thought. By darn, we went out and hit about 5 threes in a row and we won the game by 1 point. Those are kids that show you that they love you. I love you dearly, and to the Rockwell Charter High School, I love you and thank you so much.